The background and overview to performance analytics is very much that historically in ServiceNow we've been able to pull out a lot of very helpful information and even data points in regards to data that's managed within the platform. And this data is very helpful and useful even as part of the home pages that we've managed in the past and made available for customers to be able to use. The challenge with this data is it always has been telling us about real-time current state information. How many incidents are currently open? How many changes have a current status? What it hasn't told us historically is exactly that. How many incidents did we have open yesterday? How many records were open the day before that? To help build up this trending information to really understand where we've been up until the point of where we are today. So Performance Analytics as a product really differentiates itself from the reporting we've done historically in regards to providing this trend perspective. Jumping down into the value of Performance Analytics is to be able to capture either daily or longer time frame snapshots of different data elements as it relates to any type of record on the ServiceNow platform. Out of the box, we provide incident, problem, change, and request indicators for customers to be able to use. But the real value of Performance Analytics is it can be easily extended to look at any table of data, any application that sits within ServiceNow, whether it's in a native ServiceNow application or it may sit in a custom table that customers are bringing data in from external sources that they may wish to run Performance Analytics against. Being that we're working on a compressed timeline, I only have 4 items that I really want to show you to be able to highlight the key benefits of using Performance Analytics in Eureka. One is dashboards. Another one is looking at detailed data and information using an indicator. Another one is then digging into breakdowns and finally into the underlying records. We're going to conclude this conversation with referring you off to the 10-click demo, which will provide a supplementary video after this one. As I look at my dashboards here in Performance Analytics, what I'm presented with is really something quite unique, something we don't find elsewhere in ServiceNow. And that happens to be a home page that is built up of multiple different tabs of different indicators or widgets, as we call them in Performance Analytics. Each of these widgets is comprised of one or more individual indicators, and they're shown in very much a trend pattern or an indicator series that are relayed against a number of different dates, again, over that time series. In this specific home page, I'm looking at incidents. Quick note for solutions consultants is your demo data currently includes only incident management data. Right? Future data packs will hopefully be released in demo data updates over time. So we're going to focus in just on incident management at this point. Now, within this incident management overview, what I see in this single widget is I see 3 different indicators painted across this. So using Eureka, I can also remove, using the high charts, I can remove that different data series if I want to look at only one of these particular data ranges. Each of these is not just a visualization. Each of these presents the underlying individual data elements that have been captured and now made available through the Performance Analytics application. As an example, if I wanted to look at the number of open incidents, specifically on this date when there was a peak, if I click in on that data, it will drill down specifically into that area of the data series. Now jumping down into this data, I can either change the date range that I happen to be looking at and look at all of my data. I can compare this maybe with an overall trend line to be able to see is this data series increasing or decreasing. And additionally, something you need to include in your 5-minute demo is the ability to be able to move away from looking at daily representations of data. We need to be able to look at data over a series or an aggregation to be able to determine are we truly going up or down. We want to get away from managing on a day-to-day basis where there may be spikes and valleys. We don't want that knee-jerk reaction type of management. We want to truly understand what is occurring. Now, as we move forward, just in our quick demo, I'm going to take a look at breakdowns. In breakdowns, I also want to understand what the workloads have been during that same period for open incidents by my individual teams. And as I look, it looks like for the most part, the database team did indeed have a spike. We'll click into that, see what that spike may have been, and with the transparency of being able to dig down into that underlying record itself. These records, we can sort them as we can with the platform reporting. I can sort them maybe based on configuration item, and then by category, I can choose maybe to put these into a bar chart. So in quick summary, with only taking 5 minutes, I wanted to be able to talk about the value of performance analytics. We wanted to be able to walk through just a couple of very quick indicators or a couple quick individual demo topics, and then leaving the overall next step getting into the 10-click demo.